recently there was an article about a woman in California who works for De Anza College,
Yeah.
which is a community. We're from California, so we don't have to pretend we don't know about this. So De Anza is a community college. Just a brief context: California state schooling system has three levels. There's the UC, which is the highest. There's the state school, which is the next, and there's the community college. So there's like kind of like three tiers. People who go to community college, it's the cheapest. State is the next most expensive, and UC is the most expensive. But community college is a 2 year institution, and people often use it to transfer to a 4 year institution. And there are a lot of mechanisms and guarantees where if you do what you need to do at a 2 year institution, you will then go to a 4 year institution. It's very good. If you live in California, I recommend it. You save some money, but you get the same degree at the end of the day. Traditionally, junior college has been super cheap, no more than a couple $1,000s a year. But it has also been a very utilitarian endeavor. You have a lot of older people, commuter people, people who couldn't quite make it into state or UC. I guess we could just admit it. We both went to UCs, right?
Yeah.
We both went to UCs, and we were there from the age of 18 on. And it was a fun time. You go to the dorms, people party, you get all that experience. I don't know if it's worth the money, especially these days, if you're out of state. But the community college people don't have to pay all that money, and yet they still, at the end of the day, get the same degree that you get. So pretty efficient. This article showed me something that even I, being in California, I was not aware of. And even I, being clued into the culture war, I didn't expect, which is that the community colleges and junior colleges in California are fully indoctrinated and infected by woke politics.
Well, okay, wait. This is one example.
It is one example, but you know
Yeah.
what? It's a pretty severe example. And De Anza is an important
Because
region.
it's in a wealthy city.
Yeah, it's a pretty important region. I know people who went to De Anza, so but it's surprising to me because keep in mind it used to be a very utilitarian. Like, okay, I'm just here. It's not the college experience. It's not college as some people think of. Think of it more like high school plus. No, not even high school plus. It's more like just like this limbo between high school and real college that you go to and you do your time and then you get to the where you actually want to go. That's really what it is, right? There's very little community. There's very little like a social aspect to it. As far as I know. I don't know. I don't go to JUCO. I know some people who did. But the idea that I guess the fact that this level of education has now been infected by woke is super alarming to me because I had always viewed it as such a utilitarian, almost like you're going to the gas station and getting gas. You would be really concerned if your gas station was woke, right? You would, if that happened at that level, you would just say, well, I guess it's all levels of society now because I can't even get gas without being inundated or indoctrinated.
What about ranking, on your scale of utilitarian? So would like an elementary school or junior high, would those be less utilitarian, basically?
I would say they'd be less because everybody has to go through them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you wanted to indoctrinate people, this is a good level, elementary and junior high. But the junior college system is the most utilitarian of all of them. The people who teach there, it's not, the cream of the crop necessarily. It's people who will wish they could teach somewhere else, like at a 4 year institution, right?
Yeah, they're not nearly as influential.
Yeah, they're probably just working towards teaching at a 4 year institution. They're not thinking, this is my vocation, this is my career. I'm going to make my stamp and influence students right here. Most of them are probably thinking, what do I need to do to teach at a 4 year institution? But you have faculty and administrators, even at this level, who are fully buying into woke, fully enforcing woke. And that's alarming to me because it indicates a penetration that I didn't even think we were at. And I live in California, and I'm fully aware of woke penetration, and I'm fully worried about it. So for me to be surprised and blindsided indicates it is at a level that is truly worrying. So there's a woman who was brought on to be the diversity, equity, inclusion not faculty, but administrator, right? However, when she was brought on, her understanding of what would happen was that she would try to embrace all points of view and encourage discourse. And she even says herself that she's not against those concepts. She even says she's for anti-racism, which I think is anathema and poisonous. But this woman even says she's for it. However, the people were so far to the left of her that they ended up firing her because she was still for open discourse. She still thought, well, people with different opinions can come together and work together and produce a better school system. And superficially, it's a black woman with purple hair. So take from that what you will. She's probably not like the idea that she's a white supremacist or whatever is insane. And yet these people actually said that this woman was white splaining, that she was for white supremacy. It's a great example of what happens to all revolutionary movements. People within it, they're always trying to out-jockey you to be the more ideologically pure.
Yeah,
Even
it's
this
just so,
black
yeah,
woman with purple
nobody is
hair
safe.
is now
Yeah.
a white supremacist.
Yeah. Nobody is safe.
Nobody is safe.